Hello guys. So here we have a new quick mom.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Boo, 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 boo.
She's big and she's a grown up.
No, thank you, my love. I love you. Welcome to our YouTube channel, guys. There you have it. I think now we have our new intro. Yes, guys. So welcome to our YouTube channel. For the returning subscribers, thank you. Welcome. And for our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the Zoe fam. Welcome. Guys, I am so grateful that I received a lot of support when it comes to the last video I posted of the first part of 21 things I learned in 2021. I am so grateful, guys. Please keep it up. Yes, there's a lot of views and a little likes and just a few comments. Please, guys, given your views, what you learned, and your experiences. I mean, we are learning here, all right? We are learning. So welcome to the second part of 21 things I learned in 2021. And the first thing, the first video was 10 things. Now we're carrying on. The 11th thing that I learned in 2021 is sharing my love for my daughter with my niece. So guys, my daughter is not used to having a little child around. She's used to being the only child because she used to live with me, and before that, my niece wasn't there. So now that she's born and we spent a lot of time together, it was just so much. So in December, the festive season, January, and now in Feb, my sister was here with my niece. She was actually at my mom's place. So we were all at my mom's place. So now every time I would play with my niece, she'd also come and join. And I tell her that, no, baby, there are things that I can do with you that I can't do with my niece. And there are things that I can do with my niece. Her name is Amani. There are things that I can do with Amani that I can no longer do with you. And sometimes she'd feel unloved, like, mommy, when you don't love me anymore, mommy this, mommy that. But I had to explain to her that, baby, Amani needs more attention because she's a baby. You're a toddler. You can still handle yourself, take care of yourself and everything. So that's the 11th thing. And then, so I'm just going to keep using my notebook here, guys. So, and then the 12th thing I learned is being humble in higher positions. All right. So this is when I was a team leader for about 6 months in the department called Lead Gen, where I currently I'm still working. So now with that, I'd see, these other team leaders and managers walking around with a cup of coffee and, shoulders up, head high, and all this confidence. And because I was an agent, I wasn't used to that. I'm not used to being on my high horse and just walking around. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one. I was just like so humble, so down to earth. And when everyone needed my assistance or some people needed my assistance, I'll be there. I feel I was too kind and too soft. And if I'd be given the opportunity now to be a team leader or be in a management position, managerial position, I think I can nail it this time around because now I feel confident. I know my work. I know what's expected of me. I know when to laugh with the agents and when not to laugh with the agents. But I know I was the best. Please, noise. And then the third thing I learned last year is emotional maturity. Now, guys, a lot of us struggle with emotional maturity. So a lot of people also have a different definition of it. So I'll share my definition of what emotional maturity is. So emotional maturity is when you still keep consistent on your emotion, regardless of what the situation makes you feel like. Whatever situation does not move how you feel, maybe about a certain person, about a certain position, about a certain maybe task you have to do, about a certain family member or about a certain whatever or certain location. You go there, you do what you need to do, you dala what you must, and then you just go back to whatever you were doing. For me, that's emotional maturity. And I had to learn that a very hard way. I think on the first video, I did kind of mention as to what I went through a lot last year, and especially when I was a team leader. So I had to keep consistent with how I was feeling good, always always encouraging myself, always motivating myself. And even now, it's still what I need to learn and still do, because as I said, I work in a call center, client services department. So that's where I need to always keep consistent on how I speak, my level of the tone of my voice, the level of energy, so that the client, whatever the client says, I'm able to still calm down. So this I also took into my life, whether it's my relationships, whether it's my friendships, relationship at work, or relations anyway. I had to learn to keep a consistent emotion or feeling or vibe. Yes, it does get to me at some time, you know, but then that is good because it helps you to focus in certain things, you know. Sometimes, for a perfect example would be, maybe you are sick and you have some work to finish up, and now you can't because you literally feel sick, you know. In that way, you need to learn to still carry on doing your work regardless of how you feel that day. Discipline, guys. Remember we spoke about discipline? Yes. And then another one is not being easily influenced. So I also learned that last year, that whatever comes my way, I don't need to be fully influenced by any other thing. Do you understand? So sometimes you doubt yourself. We doubt ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves. We do doubt ourselves. We look down upon ourselves, and sometimes we indecisive. And when we are indecisive and a big life decision has to take, you have to take a big life decision and you can't, it's a bit of a challenge. All right. So when you are within yourself, when you are within, when you know and you are focused as to what you want to do, you are not easily influenced about on what other people want to do or want to say about you or anything like that. And another experience I actually learned this from is learning how to control yourself when maybe you are consuming alcohol with friends, when you're not feeling and you're not in the mood of doing it, but now you are influenced by your friends or by the people around you to do it. Or maybe some person is not feeling like working today, and then they influence you and you're like, oh no, even me, I really don't want to do this and that and that and that. Don't be easily influenced, you know. Stand your ground and know what you want, and don't let certain situations change your perspective of things, your perspective of life. Do you understand? So another one I learned is my daughter's milestones. All right, my daughter has been so amazing. Seeing her grow right in front of me has been so amazing, guys, that I can just post and talk and blab about her, but at the end of the day, I just thank God that there are things that she does well during the festive season. I won't lie, every day she'd come up and just speak some new word, and we would be shocked at home to say, oh wow, where did you learn this word, and where did you learn this and that. And her reasoning and her, you know, the way she speaks is so amazing, you know. And she's turning 5 this year. For me, I feel like she's just too young to learn all of these things, but she's smart, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. So I am grateful that I actually learned and saw that when you have your child grow in front of you, it is so amazing, because as a parent, you actually see where you're going when it comes to parenting. You actually see where you're going, how you actually, it also motivates you as a person, how you should live your life, how you should conduct yourself in front of your children or your child, because they learn a lot from you. They learn a lot from what you watch, and they also learn a lot from what she watches. My daughter watches Peppa Pig. She does watch what do you call this other one, Ladybug and Cat Noir. Sometimes she also watches, what is this other one, Rainbow Ruby does speak good English, guys. Please, Rainbow Ruby, come Nana, come, let's sing. Come. Oh, she's a bit shy, but yes, Rainbow Ruby is her favorite so far. So another one that I learned is forgiveness, including forgiving myself. There's a lot of things I've done. There's a lot of things I've said. There's a lot of things I've seen. There's a lot of things I didn't do for myself. There's a lot of things that I regret doing. And the biggest lesson that I still keep learning till now is, after being honest with myself, I learned to forgive myself. Sometimes, guys, there's a lot of things that we do that we shouldn't be doing. Sometimes we do because we have to do it. Sometimes there are things we say maybe out of anger, out of desperation. Also things we do out of desperation. or out of spite, out of revenge. And I'm here to tell you that it is okay. Forgive yourself. It happened. There's nothing you can do about it. But there's nothing you can do about the past. There's nothing you can do this thing of I wish I could turn back the time does not work for me, because you can't. So stop wishing on something that you know very well can't happen, Well, even though other people do believe in wishes, I believe in prayer. But at the end of the day, the only thing we can pray for is pray for change, pray for forgiveness, pray that next time, should you come across a certain situation, you know how you can tackle it this time around. You know how you can go around it this time around. But forgive yourself. You did not reach your goals. You did not do what you said you will do today or yesterday or last year, last month. Forgive yourself. There is still more time. I mean, God has given us 24 hours to do whatever we want to do. Give it some time. Time heals, trust me. I've forgiven myself, and listen, the moment you forgive yourself, anyone that knows what you did, what you said, how you said it, how you lived your life, they can never use it against you the moment you start forgiving yourself, the moment you've forgiven yourself. You can even be proud for talking about it so that another person next to you or other people around you can actually learn from you. Do you understand? So forgive yourself for the mistakes you've done. Forgive yourself for the things that you haven't even done that you said you will do. All right? Forgive yourself. We learn. If it's not for the things that we've been going through, you wouldn't be the person that you are now. I wouldn't be the Zoe that I am today. So please, let us learn to forgive ourselves, all right? And then another one is putting my mental health and putting myself first. Guys, I will never stop emphasizing this enough. Whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's your friends, whether it's your romantic relationship, whether it's your acquaintances, put your emotional health first. Put your mental health first, guys. If something that happens around you hurts you, speak out. Remember in my first video, so if you're watching this video now and you haven't watched the first part, please do, so that you know what I'm talking about now. So on my part 1 video, I did mention that I learned to be vocal. And I did suggest, I suggested that people should learn how to be vocal about how they feel, so that people are aware of what they do to other people, or how whatever they did made you feel. So even on this part, learn to be vocal about how a person treats you, how a certain thing makes you feel. Mental health, if something you're doing is exhausting you, let it out. Be honest with yourself about it, and don't keep doing it even though you know it's hurting you. I feel that there are 2 parts of our lives where we experience this the most. It's work and it's our relationships. We let our partners get the most of us, emotionally and mentally. We let people around our workplaces, including our managers, get the most out of us. We let our work get the most out of us. My manager normally tells me that I'd rather have you at your best than have you at your worst. If you come and tell me that, you know what, today I can't, I'm honestly, literally tired, I can't, can I take a break? Then fine, by all means, take a break, because you are of no use in the environment. If you are very tired, emotionally tired, you are drained, mentally drained, you're literally sitting there, you just there, but you're not there. Like, you're not gonna give your all for your work, you'll just be wasting your time. So even in your relationships, speak about it, be vocal about it. If something really doesn't treat you well or sits right with you, speak about it. If you feel you're so tired emphasizing or telling your partner or whoever about the same thing they keep doing to you, that's emotionally and mentally draining. Let it out, speak it out. If it doesn't work, move away. There is no difference between physical, emotional, and mental abuse. All right? So a colleague of mine was in a physical abusive relationship. Her partner was beating her up. So when I saw her leg, I was like, never, Mina, never. So there he. And then immediately a voice was like, but Zoe, you are being emotionally and mentally abused. So in your situationship, like, how is that different from being hurt physically? Because you are hurt mentally and you're hurt emotionally. Since that day, I never ever said, oh, Mina, ever, never. Guys, we all come across abuse one way or the other. It can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be verbal abuse even. Verbal abuse, guys, is also real. It's very real. So let us keep that in our minds. There's no difference. It's all the same. Abuse is abuse. Don't just because some person comes with blood in their face, a swollen arm, a broken limb, or anything. When you think you are fine because your abuse is not seen in the outside, it's in the inside. It is eating you in the inside. Other people are like, no, Mina, it's better if he beats me up. I'd rather be beaten up than him being emotionally abused or mentally abused or whatever. Guys, it's all the same. It's all the same. We just need to protect ourselves. Even men also go through the same thing. Sometimes it cannot be physical abuse. Sometimes women can emotionally abuse a person. Even if it is a family member or a colleague, emotional abuse does happen a lot of times when it comes to family members. That I know, trust me. So also be cognizant of all of that. Know your surroundings. Be aware of who is really toxic to you. Be aware of that. I think I'm just gonna leave a tag of a video from Just K Katleho. I think she also spoke on one of her videos. She spoke something about family members being toxic, and she's been able to distance herself from that. It is real, guys. It is real. All right. So that's what I learned, and I hope you also take it to heart that it's no different. It's no different. Just like a no is a no. And then normalizing to say no. That's my next one. All right. I was speaking to a colleague of mine, and actually my manager also. We do have such talks that we need to normalize to say no without giving a reason. We are so used to saying no because I'm busy, no because I'm sick, no because I can't make it. Why can't you make it now? You have no. Can you come over with us? No, I don't want to. It should be fine. It should be fine, guys. I've also been learning that when I say no, I do have that thing of saying okay because. But recently, even last year, I've been teaching myself, Zoe, say no and full stop. Zoe, no. Then you walk away. If a person then says why, I don't owe you a reason. This is what I've also been teaching at home. That if I say no, especially with my mom, when I was growing up, I would say no and she'd be like, oh, okay, no. Never ask me anything again. Fine, it's fine, sharp. So I'd always say, Mama, when I say no, it doesn't mean that I don't want to or I can't or I'm disrespecting you. I might be busy with something or I might be really sick and I really can't do what you want me to do. So even with my daughter, I always tell my sisters and I always tell my mom or anyone around her that when she says no, she doesn't want to do it, respect her no. Because when you start saying, oh, you don't want, okay, I will never ask you anything again. That makes her feel like she's obligated to do something for people, even when she doesn't want to do that. Now, imagine while she grows up and now she's a teenager, she's a young adult, and a man comes and does something to her and she says no. She'll say no, but in her mind, she'll still have that thing, Yoguti, but Gafana, it's the same, was he won't listen to me, or Gafana, they won't understand me, or they won't listen. So what's the use of saying no? We must learn to be steady with our no. Be firm with your no. No, I can't do it. Do you have food for me? Yes, but I don't want to give you. Why? Don't. And we must stop expecting other people to give reasons for their no. Unless, if you don't mind me asking, is there maybe a reason why you want to do this? Because I really need your help. Then maybe they can explain. Otherwise, don't be entitled for them to give you an excuse or give you a reason why they are saying no or why they don't want to do what you are asking them to do. Do you understand? Say no, full stop. Ends there. Yabo? Right? Kanjalo nje. Yes. And then the second last one, having a relationship with money. My facilitator, right? I was doing a course, a year course of in phase. I was doing a phase course. Yes, I need my credits. So my facilitator made us write a love letter to money, and I couldn't, because I believe I don't have a true relationship with money, as in me and money. Like, I had to first understand what money does. Right now, as I grow up, all I knew was money is there to help other people and not me. Like, guys, I can't buy myself something, I can't buy it, but then later on I will want to refund it, I will want to turn it back, and rather use it for something else, like maybe add groceries at home, or maybe help a person when they need something. Writing that letter was challenging to me. It was very challenging and emotional, but as time goes by, I'm able to be selfish when it comes to spending money for myself first before I spend it to someone else. It is good to help, but at the end of the day, as an individual, we need to learn to have a private relationship with money. All right? Yes. And then the last part is sacrifice. Sacrifice goes a long way. Sacrificing your time, sacrificing your sleep, sacrificing your habits, sacrificing your desires, sacrificing your addictions, sacrificing your bad behavior, your good behavior, sacrificing. Like, for me, I know I had a lot of sacrificing to do, and I am still learning to sacrifice my sleep, so I can be able to either maybe invest my time in reading, invest my time in doing something else besides sleeping the whole night, or literally sometimes the whole day. Yes, some self-care to me, or sleeping is also part of self-care, but sometimes it gets too much. I have to sacrifice that. Do you understand? If it means sacrificing your 10 years relationship for your mental health and your emotional health, then do it. Do it, guys. It helps. It does help. So as for me, myself, and I, that is it, guys. 21 things I learned in 2021. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you do enjoy this content. There is still more to come, and I really hope I am. Guys, I pray to be consistent. Like this, from the last time I posted till now, so when you see this video, a lot has happened. A lot of moving has happened. Like, guys, I'm not asking you to just understand and just be like that. I also need to do my part and be consistent with what I have dedicated myself to do, because I believe that what I am here to do or speak or share is really important to someone else out there. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I just want to have a schedule. Maybe record during the weekend and record maybe 2 videos during the weekend and post them for maybe every Tuesdays and every Thursdays. So you know that every Tuesdays there's a video, every Thursday there's a video. I don't want to post every single day. No, I just want to post maybe twice a week, 3 times if lucky. But that's what I want to do, because my schedule is really hectic, very hectic, So thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notifications every time Zoe posts. Yes, guys, thank you so much. And for my new subscribers, thank you so much for the love. If you are new right now and you watched this video up until now, great love to you, my lovies, my honeys. Thank you so much. I do hope this video goes a long way when it comes to you guys, especially if maybe you download the video, you save the video, and every time you don't feel well or you want to remember something or you want to write down something, at least you can just ponder back or just go back and reflect, listen to the video again, watch the video again. But as from me, thank you so much for the support, and bye-bye. Bye.